It's your boy Larry Rob once again.
It's your boy Ashley Johnson.
Yeah. Hey, we about to give y'all like this one gonna be titled Black Awareness, and it's basically stuff going on in the black community. You know, we African, just topics, anything that's like black related, but it's for everybody though. It's not just for black people, it's for everybody. So what we got going on right now, thoughts on this Will Smith, August Alsina, Jada Pickett Smith, man. What are your thoughts? He came out and said basically that they were in a relationship. He basically said like they was having sex, you know, and Will Smith was cool with it. Do you have any thoughts about that?
Hey, I see everyone's reaction, and people are, one way or this way about it. Personally, I feel that, if it's working for them,
Yeah.
then so be it. Like, all right, okay, so we don't know if it's true or not. We don't know if he's lying or if Jada is lying. You see the pictures up online, but if they are lying, then obviously, we all should feel bad about it. But social media does what social media does. There's not going to be any apology or anything. But if it's true, that's between them.
Yeah.
There's been rumors of them having an open relationship for as long as I can remember.
True.
If Will Smith loves his wife through this and despite of this, and if he's doing the same thing, and she still loves him, despite of this, what do I have to say about it?
That is true.
They're in an open relationship. Possibly.
Yeah.
They're possibly in an open relationship.
This is why we're interject and say, they did say they're life partners. They said we're no longer husband and wife, we're life partners. But they sometimes deny the fact that they're in an open relationship. They say, well, a lot of people think we're in an open relationship, but that's not necessarily the case. And she actually came out and denied it. She said, look, that's just not true. But she said she will address it on her episode of The Red Table or something. She have some show. So she's denying it. So at this point, it's like, who do you believe? Do you believe August or do you believe Jada? And I will say they got pictures, man. They got pictures of him with her kids next to him and him like hugging her super tight. And me, it's like, yo, my wife, I just could see their connection. And it seems to be a little bit more than friends.
I think that's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question that's worth debating. Who do you believe? Until someone gives, who do you believe? All right. So that's if you're betting money, that's where you're betting money at. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I believe? I believe that August is right.
Yeah.
I believe that he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
And the reason why I believe that is not because of the pictures and all that. Like, anybody can take any picture and make it seem like something is going on that's not is going on. Like,
true.
That happens every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I believe it is because, one, what I've been hearing since they've gotten married, that, hey, they have an open relationship. I've been hearing that since I can remember. Since, how long they been together? Since what? Late 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been hearing that since way back then.
Yeah.
My mother is an avid subscriber and reader of Jet and Ebony magazine, so anything going on in the black culture, it was basically the backdrop of my life.
Right.
So, yeah, I've been hearing that since I was a kid. But also because of our country's take on open marriages. It's pretty common. I've lived outside the United States for a little while now. It's pretty common everywhere else in the world. Well, I can't say everywhere else, but many of the countries that I've visited, many of the developed countries that I've visited, it is a pretty common thing. But not so much in the United States of America, and not so much public. And these are public figures who their careers are based on their ability to connect with the general population. So they actually have a motivation to say, hey, no, we're not. So it makes themselves, like Will Smith makes family movies. Okay, he's made a couple rated R movies. and we were talking about like barely rated R, like what's the one where he's a superhero, Hitchcock?
Yeah.
Or Hancock?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's made a few of them, Suicide Squad and stuff like that. But he primarily makes his fame and notoriety comes from family movies. And Jada Pinkett Smith, she made a family comedy. Well,
see, but let me interject on that. Let me interject. You're right. Will Smith is he's the good
household
guy.
Names is what
they
I'm saying.
are. They are. But I was defending. At first I was like, I believe Jada. He's lying. Blah, blah, blah. But I went on YouTube. I just searched Will Smith. Like, let me see what he has to say. And he hasn't commented on the whole August Alsina. But he actually had a video a year ago. He said, look, me and Jada are life partners. There's nothing. He said, there's nothing she could do that will stop me from being with her the rest of her life. Now, me as a black man, my wife, what you mean is nothing that she could do to stop me being with her? No, it's some stuff that she could do. Like if you cross that line, no, I'm not rocking with it.
What's the line? What you say cross that line, what's the line? Because it reminds you now, like Will Smith is not a normal dude.
He's not.
He's not a normal dude. Now, if you take if Will Smith is me and Jada Pinkett is the average woman, then there's a situation where she's going to have way more opportunities to have way more partners than I will. But if Will Smith is who he is and Jada Pinkett Smith is who she is, then the tables are actually flipped. He has way more opportunities to her, because if she's still living within the confines of American society. So her being a public figure, like what is happening to her right now is what she's in danger of being a public female in the public eye and having too many sexual partners.
Right.
What she's dealing with right now, like this wouldn't be a problem in all the cultures, but because we're in the United States of America, and she did this inside the United States of America. And it's not just America, don't get me wrong. There's other countries that are pretty, like, tightly strung, like we are as well. But, she wouldn't have to put up, what am I saying? Yeah, this is the reason.
Whatever, no, you good? Yeah, we good. We keep going. Hey, because we got people that it. But anyway, but what I was saying too, okay, so the Americans, we like 100% authenticity. She's saying it didn't happen. He's saying it's happened. So now it's like, okay, Jada, if y'all want to be in an open relationship, if y'all want to do this and that, just keep it 100 with us. But when you want to deny it, oh, me and Will were not in an open relationship, he didn't have sex with me August, one of y'all lying. One of y'all is lying. So now it's up to us to decide. We gotta, and I'm gonna keep it honest, I feel like August telling truth. I knew she played a good role in that girl's trip when she was dating a young guy, sleeping with him. I was like, man, Jada played the hell out this role, and maybe she wasn't acting. It was like that was like really what's going on in her life.
Jada was acting before she even met Will.
Right.
So, come on, what are you talking about?
That is true. So okay,
She didn't start off rapping. She started off acting.
That is true.
She's not Will. She ain't Tupac. She started off acting.
That is true. But look, it was people saying maybe her and Tupac. They say it was more of a,
It was people. It was her. She said it.
Yeah, not just, but and other people thought it too. Like maybe Jada and Tupac had a more romantic. They say we was the closest friends.
She said she wanted to.
Yeah.
But he was already like too far away from her. He was already too far into the fame, and they were too distant. But she wanted to.
That's true. He even wrote a poem. Yeah. Pac. Hey, that's another thing. Do you think Pac hit it? I think Pac hit it too. Let me know, man. I think Pac got it. But and see, that's
what does that mean, dog? We talking about like that's
I'm just asking.
That's like fucking 27 years ago.
Right.
You saying that Pac hit? Pac is dead.
Right. He died like 95, 96. But Will even said he was jealous of their relationship.
He was jealous that she
was like, you feel that energy. You feel that energy. All right, but we're moving on to more. Like I said,
I want to touch on
touch on it.
You just put out.
Yeah.
So, like, you said that Americans love authenticity.
Right. Facts.
I don't. All right, one, we don't have a right to be in their relationship, right? They don't owe us.
They
that.
public figures though. Once you public, I feel like to me, yes, we have a right. You.
Then what's the point?
What's
What's the point? And see, that goes into bigger problems with our culture, and that's going to permeate through every conversation we're gonna have today because
Yeah.
You know, everything's not for sale.
Okay.
Being a public figure, if I guest star in a movie, you then don't deserve to know the personal vows I have between me and my wife. Like what? Who signed that contract? Anybody like? Is your name on that contract?
You're right.
Like the American people.
The world ain't fair though. The world ain't fair.
No. The world isn't fair, but people should strive to be. So we can't throw a rock in our hand. If we're gonna say that we deserve this, then don't say the world. No. That's individuals acting as if they deserve the right to know every little detail about their life. They don't. So Will and Jada actually, they can put it out. I understand she has a show and she talks about these things.
Yeah,
and that's probably why what's encouraging her to put this stuff out, but she don't have to.
Yeah, she don't have to.
She don't owe us anything. Like she don't.
She don't. This thing about this, Jada, look, and I was gonna move on, but this thing, if you don't say nothing, August puts you in it. Hold up, time out. Let's make sure we get this clear. The American people, we was minding our business. August dropped an interview with Angela Yee. Go watch it. I watched it, you know what I'm saying? And he said he don't even like to put his business about who he's sleeping with, but he said he lost money over it. He said some people, felt like he's trying to, basically make her the victim. So he's like, look, I got to speak my piece. This is the truth. This what happened. And look, this thing too, he was saying, look, I feel like I could die now because I finally found love. Like I had so much trauma in my life. I never loved someone. Like, bro, Will, for real? You just let another man just fall in love with your wife. Now he could finally die. That's what we on. If you cool with it, Will, I'm cool with it. But hey, me personally, oh hell no, that ain't rocking. But me and Will is two different people. I mean,
two different people, man.
Exactly.
I mean, and
that's a tough one.
No,
you okay with another man falling in love with your wife, but you changed it? All right, she's your life partner. Will said it. Nothing she could do.
She's his life partner, and then you gotta understand, it's not just one way. It's not just one way. It's not. It's not just one way. I mean, if that's what she's doing, just imagine what Will's doing.
That's exactly. But Will, we ain't hearing nothing from you keeping yours two-player. If I'm on that and my wife on that,
who knows what he's keeping this? Like, I mean,
like what girl associated with Will? We don't know.
These days, man, everything come out to light, man. Everything come out to light. Next thing you know, Will Smith gonna be putting out a 444 talking about, hey, I'm sorry for cheating on the Devontae block. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't know, man. You don't know, man. So, like, I think you just, I don't know, sit back and scroll up, man. Just keep scrolling up, man. You gonna see something crazy every single day. You're gonna see something crazy, man. So
I got you.
Or something new, not necessarily crazy, just new, man.
You came to me and said, okay, cause and look, guys, sometimes we differentiate, but I still try to see his side of you. He see my side of you. It's just like intellectual talk. That's all we doing. So
and if you haven't noticed, we pretty much disagree on everything.
Yeah, and this is not for the show. We not acting. We is not acting. This is, and sometimes I might disagree, just because you gotta play the opposite role too. We can't just think, okay, from a black
if everybody in the room agrees with you, then that's the easiest way to come out with a undiverse opinion, opinion that doesn't represent truth. So.
Exactly. And look, like I said, man, y'all know I'm black, I'm African, so is he. But basically, all right, let's move to this. So certain people say Black Lives Matter, They say, why does Black lives only matter when a cop kills a black person? They say when it's black on black violence, which is a lot of, I'm gonna keep it 100. It's a lot of black on black violence. We need to stop killing each other. But, there's like when it's a cop, everybody's in a frenzy. But when a black person, nobody has nothing to say about that. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay. To say that nobody has ever said anything about black on black violence, it's like, did you miss the entire 90s black cinema? Like, it was all about black on black violence and how we need to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, do I gotta go Trey's dad on you?
Hey, school
Like,
school
come on,
Hey.
man. Like, Gusto, Licksto. Like,
Right.
come on, man. We've seen these movies.
Right.
Like, we know that black on black violence has been documented by the black community on so many levels. It's mind-boggling that someone would actually suggest that black people don't say anything when there's black on black violence. Now, we could go in a whole conversation about what is black on black violence and why doesn't anybody ever say white on white violence? Why doesn't anyone say Asian on Asian violence? Why do people only care about black on black violence, as if we're the only people that's killing each other? And the facts that people just kill who they are in proximity to, and the black on black violence is actually evidence of gentrification, but whatever. All right, we could go on that whole subject, but the fact, like the basis of that argument is built upon the fact that people are conveniently sidestepping the fact that when Terrell shoots Tyrone in the head, Terrell goes to prison for life.
That's fact. That's fact.
When Officer John shoots Terrell 17 times, Officer John gets paid leave and then gets his job back, or has to drive to the next town over. Now he has to drive 30 minutes to work as opposed to 10 minutes to work.
And that's a fact.
And he's still, we're talking about 20-year cops that already got bodies.
Yeah, that's a fact, guys. Let me say, like they say, it was like over 450 something unarmed black people killed where the cops didn't get any time. So I will say that's a big thing with black people. Like, okay, all these unarmed black guys getting killed and nothing is happening. So I will say that yeah, we definitely care about that. But still, I can't let you slide. We definitely need to stop some with this black on black crime, because it is, some people say there's no such thing, but it is a such thing. Like, it is a lot of murders on black people. What they say, we're only 15-20% of the US, but if you look at a lot of the murders, a lot are committed by black people. You know, I'm sorry I didn't bring up the exact research, but like you take Chicago, for instance, they'll be like, oh, it's 200 shootings, 200 murders, whatever, a month on average. And it's like, how can we get this down? Like, what do we need to do? You know, looking from outside in, might say, why are black people, why are we this violent? I'm just saying, they probably would say that, you know?
I mean, you could say that, but it's still punished. It's still punished, is it not?
Yeah, it is punished. Facts.
I mean,
we go to jail for that.
Hear me out. It's just all right.
Facts.
If a cop, I'm not gonna say this.
Yeah, take time. We good.
Hey, if I kill someone, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Like the point is that people are not getting punished for it.
True. If
a cop kills someone that is unarmed and there's mountains of evidence showing that this is malicious, you know, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about why this George Floyd was the one that set it off. It not being the first.
It's not.
But why did that set everyone off? Why do you think that set everyone off?
I think
it has everything to do with what we're talking about.
I think cause people, it's a visual, man. Like we sat there and watched them plead for his life. Personally, I'm keeping honest, I didn't watch the full video. I started it, but it's hard for me to watch that stuff because I don't want to start feeling a certain way. Let me say this too. It definitely is a lot of good people of every race. White people, it's good people of every race, but when I start seeing stuff like that, it make me feel a certain way that I don't want to feel. So I didn't watch it all, but I did watch some, and you know, he was begging for his life and stuff like that. And the thing was, you know, the whole time the cop had his knee right on my man's face in public in light. Like, it wasn't hidden. Like, it was right there out in the open. So at that point, it's like everybody could see it. It's like nobody could say, well, that cop, he was like defending his life. We all seen, yeah.
There it is right there.
Right.
There it is right there. That is the reason why. This one was bigger than the Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
Or one that got choked out in New York. I Can't Breathe. The first.
Yeah,
I Can't Breathe.
First one, yeah. Eric Garner.
Garner.
Yeah.
This one, because he wasn't doing anything illegal. He was accused of having counterfeit money. If the money was counterfeit, that shit would be on every social media platform. They would have took a picture of it to prove it. Like, hey, look, this is what he gave me.
Right.
I'm not saying he deserved that.
And they proved it was real. They went back to 20 was real.
I didn't even go.
It was real. It was real.
Touch on that, but yes, it was real. And if you look at a lot of, if you're shopping in the United States, personally, I haven't been there in a while, but I've seen a bunch of videos where people go inside of establishments and then they give them the 20 and then they test it and then it's fake and then they're like, test it again and then it's real. So sometimes the machines, the pen.
Yeah, I used to see the pen. The little,
I don't know why they don't do the pen no more.
The
Maybe it's because of the new hologram 20s or whatever.
Right.
But the pen was a fail. Like it was always, you know, fail proof.
Yeah.
But this new computer thing that they're using, sometimes it gives you a false reading.
Right.
It gives people a false reading sometimes, and maybe that's what happened. It gave him a real 20, and it came up false, and the guy immediately accused him of doing so. The reason, back to the point, the reason why this one, you had a lot more whites. I saw this one comment. The guy said, "I apologize to Colin Kaepernick. I didn't realize that we had such a huge issue, blah, blah, blah." And this one struck a chord because there was no out. If you were holding on to the last shred of evidence to say, hey, this cop isn't racist, I'm not racist, this was a miss. Yes, he overreacted, but he shouldn't have gave him a reason. There was no reason. They said he wasn't compliant. He was compliant.
Right.
They said he was fighting back. He wasn't fighting back. They said he was inebriated or he was under the influence of something. He looked like he was a little. He wasn't. Then they said, oh, he was suffering for some mental state, so he deserved to die. Like there was no argument. There was no counter argument in the video. There was no counter, and that's why it struck a chord with the entire world.
Right. The
entire world, the biggest demonstration known to man, known to the human race.
Right.
On this planet.
And I think it's the part, I think is they made him suffer. Like, if it would have been a quick bullet, like, you killed this man for 10 minutes, you know, you choke him out, you know, he's begging, and then, you know, like I said, at one point he started, you know,
he's already in cuffs.
Right, he's already in cuffs. He's talking to his mom who's dead. He's saying he's begging for Jesus, like come on. Then it's a crowd of people y'all watching. I know they the cops. And I can't say what I would have did.
No, I'm not even going to, don't even go there. Don't even go there.
Right, because some people say, well, I would have did this. I would have went there and punched the cop.
Yeah, you'd have punched the cop and you'd have been the next. You'd have got choked out right there, too. You would have got choked out right there, too.
Maybe.
You can't.
If enough people stand up, I will say this. I feel like, say it's 20 people watching. And then one person step in, then another person. After a while, it's gonna be like, okay. The cops gonna be like, all right, look, we can't do that.
You said we only 15% of the population.
Yeah.
All right, guess what? Everybody ain't on our side either.
That is true.
All those 15% ain't on our side.
That is true.
And then all those 15% ain't ready to fight. Some of them are grandma, half of them grandma, most of them grandmoms and mamas, because of what you were just talking about, black on black violence in Chicago.
That's true.
So how many soldiers really do we have? So I don't even.
But I will say this. I will say this.
That's not a winning solution.
That's true.
That we lose that firefight every single time.
I will say though, we always had people on our side. Look, see, I got to get some more white people on here, because I had a girl, you know, I ain't gonna say her name, she ain't say I'm allowed to say it, but anyway, she was like, the fact that she's white and she only likes black men, right? And so she's like, look, I'm gonna be honest, like, my family is racist. She grew up in a old racist in Kentucky family, And she's like, y'all don't know the struggle is. Each time I had a boyfriend, he's black, my family looking at him like this. Oh, now she got kids, you know what I'm saying, all by black men. She like, you don't know what I deal with. And I don't know the whole side of the interracial. I would love to have an interview with some of the black women that like whites, white women that like blacks. I would love to hear y'all side of you. Since we going there, how do you feel about interracial relationships?
I'm in an interracial relationship.
Okay.
My wife is Asian.
There you go.
Understanding is key, and you got to have an open mind to even be in that kind of relationship, but you got to be willing to sit down and listen. Okay. And you got to. Tupac said it, right? Every black man ain't your brother. Yeah. Every black man ain't your brother. So if you focused on race, like so many of these black leaders, black social media leaders, black guys that are philosophical, and they say so many powerful things that to inspire the black community, are so worried about having blacks in these positions. And I get the significance of having a black person, for example, pulling the strings in the NCAA. I get that significance. Mm-hmm. I get that significance, but it got to be the right one. It got to be the right one. So I'm looking at that partnership like you look at any other partnership. Like I didn't, my marriage situation in particular. Like I wasn't looking for I'm 35 years old. I wasn't looking for someone that looked a certain way. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I had to be physically attracted to this person, but my physical attraction to women is open to all races. Right. It's a mindset.
As in most men. And ladies,
it's a mindset. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I couldn't find no black woman, or I couldn't find no this woman or that woman. I wasn't looking for that. Right. I wasn't looking. Personally, I believe life is too short. Personally, I believe that people get divorced every day. Right. People, die every day without without experiencing a family. Mm-hmm. You don't know how people are raised. People are oftentimes, myself included, are not raised in the nuclear family. Mm-hmm. So sometimes family is more important to family, and ideas is to me, I think should supersede. Gotta be this color. Gotta be that color. It's like it's a mentality too, and
ladies, he's right. Too diverse. And I'm gonna speak for my black woman. Like I said, sometimes I'm gonna speak for not my point of view. I was dealing with a girl, and she's like, she loved Dave Chappelle. We sitting there watching Netflix, Dave Chappelle comedy, laughing. And then I just happened to mention, I'm like, his wife Asian. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm chilling with a sister. She like, oh, I don't like that. She immediately got upset, and she spoke her point of view. She's like, look, I feel like every black man should be with a black woman. Then I had to break it down to her. I'm like, look, I feel you. I feel you. You want to keep everything black, and you all about the black man. I feel that. But you got to understand, for one, most men, not even black men, we are more attracted to beauty. That's just gonna get our attention first off, like your beauty.
And women are too.
But no, it is some women that, especially a lot of black women, like, look, I'm not dating a white man.
They can say all that crap they want. Look, Brad Pitt walk up to him. I seen him. I watch the movie. Brad Pitt come on screen. They all like, moving in the chair and stuff like that.
Black women, I got y'all back. What? All right, if Brad Pitt walk up, Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber, yeah, they might be interested. Yeah,
I don't know about Biebs, dog.
Hey, Bieb got like over 300 million. They say. Right. I guarantee you, Bieb go holler at any of these girls. I guarantee you, they going.
The young ones, man. No
old ones. You think of Justin Bieber? They know Justin Bieber got this money. They not going.
Money is a different thing.
Exactly.
I'm talking about physical attraction.
Right, and I think that's what Brad Pitt. I think some of these girls would go for Brad Pitt, but I think it's more they know who he is. If Brad Pitt just made $20,000. I don't know if some of these black chicks like, look, I'm not attracted to that. And look, no disrespect to the white people watching. I've heard black women say like, man, the white person is just like, it's like uncooked food. It's like, would you eat a white chicken wing? That's what some of them said. Don't blame me. They like, I like my men dark, look like they been cooked. I like that. So it's just like, like I said, as far as men, we're more off attraction. Like me personally, honestly, I love you black women, but I ain't gonna lie. I might be married an interracial. I don't know. I'm not married. When it comes to that time, we've been to Australia. We've been to a lot of different places. And let me say this. Since we talking about, you know, black women. It's a lot of women who treat the men good. I'm saying with less attitude, we gonna keep it 100 on the show. It's a lot of women that don't put up a fuss nag. Like the shorty I quit messing with. That's why I had to quit messing with her, because I'm sitting there telling her, like, look, baby, there's always a lot of stress. I might be stressed at work, then I get off. If I say the sky is green, she just gonna argue it's blue. Like we arguing about simple stuff. Like the Jamie Foxx movie coming out. Jamie Foxx is only 6 months younger than Mike Tyson. And they gonna have him play like a young Mike Tyson heavyweight. So I'm just like, look, that's kind of crazy, you know. I'm like, Mike Tyson damn near could have played himself. You only 6 months, you know what I'm saying, older than Jamie, and Mike Tyson back in good shape. And you know, she arguing
CGI, you know, like they did with Brad Pitt. She talking about Brad Pitt,
Yeah.
Pitt and like Benjamin Button and all that stuff. And make him the young Captain America,
That
the
is
younger
true.
body on the head, and use the facial features. They're gonna CGI.
Yeah, it could work, but like I was saying to her, maybe they should have chose like what's the black dude that was in Black Panther, the villain, Michael B. Jordan. I was like, well, why not get like a young Michael B. Jordan? Like you gonna try to convince me that 53-year-old Jamie Foxx is the heavyweight champion as a young Mike Tyson? Like, I'm just saying personally, you maybe should have went with somebody younger. But you know,
I'm a Michael B. Jordan fan. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. I would take that Jamie Foxx over that, because
okay.
to me that's a different echelon of acting. And we're talking Jamie Foxx biopics,
Yeah.
going from Ray Charles
Yeah.
to this. Like I think you go ahead and trust Jamie Foxx with that entire biopic. But what were we talking about before? We talking? Oh yeah. So you said something. I wanted to let you finish your thought.
And we only got about 3 minutes, because we gonna give y'all a episode 2. I don't want to make this one too long, but we getting up there. But yeah, we keep it going. We keep it going.
So he said something about, like I said, we disagree on a lot of things, and here's another one, right?
Yeah.
So you say you don't date outside your race.
I will.
You will, but have you?
Have I dated? Oh shit! See, black women, I'm down for y'all. I've never had a girlfriend. Look, I'm down. All my girlfriends been black. Black. Hey, I'm what? All my girlfriends been black. Now I smashed some other races. Hey. We ain't gonna talk about that.
You had to say that. But, hey, look. Other women from other cultures, man. Women are women, bro.
They are.
Women are women. And when you get out there and you start dating other cultures, you will see. Like if that's your big gripe against black women, I'm telling you, every race of women does it. My wife is Japanese. The stereotype is submissive and meek. Bullshit. It's bullshit.
I think some of them might be. I think you got a strong Japanese woman. Yes,
I think some of them is some. But you gotta understand.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that you are who you are. You
Mm-hmm.
are who you are, and you attract who you attract. And if all right, for example, I use my example. I'm with a Japanese woman.
Right.
She was into me.
Mm-hmm.
She saw things in me that I wasn't aware of until like we dated for a while.
Mm-mm.
But I picked up it not necessarily things that we actually had conversations about, just things that I sat back and pondered and thought about. Like she's not submissive. She's not like that. We've never had a conversation saying, we never had a conversation at the point of me realizing this, that me telling her like, hey, you're not like the stereotypical Japanese woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I had that thought, and then I immediately had the thought, wait, hold on. Maybe she saw that I'm an American male,
Mm-hmm.
and that she could be a certain type of woman around me.
Yeah.
Because she, maybe in her mind, she's thinking, well, if I marry within my culture, or if I date within my culture, then it will be expected of me to be submissive and meek. But if I date this American, I'm free to be the woman I want to be, and and I had that thought immediately after thinking that, wow, she's not like that. Then I thought, why isn't she like that? And so you're going to attract what you attract. You're going to attract who you are. I mean to say, you're going to attract who you are. So like, if you attract those type of black women, I guarantee you, you're going to. And it's. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. It's more of a like, we got our shit too, you know?
Yeah.
We could easily be too female and talking about all the shit that men, you know, got wrong with them, and dudes be doing this and they be doing that and they be doing that. Yeah, I know we got our shit too, but I guarantee you, just like, I hate when it's like, oh, I don't date black men because black men cheat.
Mm-hmm.
I heard black women say it, I heard Hispanic women say it, or white women say it. People say it all the time.
Right.
When a white guy cheat, guys are dogs. All guys are dogs.
Right.
When black men cheat, black men are fucking cheaters. It's like when Hispanic men cheat, guys are dogs.
Well, let me ask you this. Well, for black men, do you feel like
so hold on, basically, I was just basically saying, I think
no.
you're doing the same thing to black women that happens to us all the time.
Okay.
And when you start dating outside your race, or whenever you do it, you're gonna notice that all women nag, all women complain, all women get in your shit, and all women do that. That's not exclusively to black women by any means at all.
Okay, so like ladies, like I said, I'm gonna speak for y'all too, cause and some of the dudes have said this too. Like my barber, he actually got mad, which I didn't understand. It was a black guy and a white woman. The white woman walking with the black guy was fine. Like they was obviously a couple, and my black barber, you know, in Tennessee, he had said, see that weak ass nigga, he can't handle a black girl. That's why he went and got the white girl. Like he just can't, he not strong enough. Mind you, every week I come get my haircut, my barber in there complaining, like, man, she did this, she did that. I'm thinking like, dog, you can't handle a black woman. You want to sit there and talk about my man because he outside his race. I don't know if you can handle, but you know, like I said, ladies, as far as me, on this topic, I definitely agree. I feel like, man, if you in love, whether you a black woman with a white man, I don't get mad. That's your personal preference. You feel like you found your soulmate. I'm not mad at that personally. But I do understand some people, okay, they may say, I feel like each race should stay with their own race. It sounds kind of racist. I know. It does sound like black should be with blacks, white should be with whites, Asian with Asian. But, you know, people got different opinions. What can I say is right? Yeah.
Because, I mean, I hate to borrow, this is a Stu quote,
yeah.
But culture is cosmetic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody's fucking black, man. Like, straight up.
We came from Africa. Yeah. Africa's the meadowland.
Everybody's black. White people just look the way they do because their tribe migrated from the equator.
Mm-hmm. It's white Africans. South Africa got a lot of white Africans.
Well, no, that's different.
That is kind of, yeah.
That's white people. That's different.
That's different.
But I mean, they still black in
yeah,
the sense that I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it like everybody's black. Like everybody's black. Everybody's black.
Right.
So, I mean, like, if every black person sticks with every black person, and every white person sticks with every white person, and every Asian person sticks with Asian, every Asian person, you really think that's going to help the race problem? You really think that's the solution?
Yeah. I'm not saying that's the solution. Let me, like I say, always speak for the point of view of other people.
What the fuck?
The point of view for other people. Say like some people.
I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, and I don't have the most colorful language or the biggest vocabulary, but what I do have in spades is common fucking sense.
Right.
You really think that's the solution?
But look, and I'm just not saying
more
white
segregation.
people. Yeah. Like this is what people scared of. Let me just go ahead. Hey, we keeping it real. Some people are scared is like black is a dominant gene. So they like, okay, once we start mixing with white, you know, it still turn black. Like Obama's half white, half black, whatever. It's going to turn to black. So if you can Asians with black, that's black. You can whites with black, that's black. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, it's going to turn to black. So it is some people like, damn, they kind of scared of the whole world turning black with this mixing. They want to keep shit separate.
The
so
whole world turning black again.
If everybody's brown, everybody turn brown, like.
The whole world turning black again. Like, what's
Right.
It's inevitable. Somebody
They don't want it to happen. Some people don't want that to happen.
Somebody has to live along the equator.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen again. Let me tell you something, man. Like,
Hey, wait, hold on, come on. We gonna say that. We gonna give y'all some more episodes. But for the sake of time, that's gonna be all. I appreciate my man Johnson coming through. We about to give y'all another episode soon. Hold that thought. To be continued. Black awareness.